Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter board game every 2 p.m. Weekday. Do a live stream, and today I'm very excited to be checking out Paladins of the West Kingdom, City of Crowns. So one thing I do want to make, a small show note, this Friday's episode is going to be moved to 3 o'clock because my son actually has some testing he has to do. He has to go to school. It's good testing, like to be better in math sort of thing. But just to let you know, Fridays will be at 3 o'clock for this one time. But this is Paladins of the West Kingdom, City of Crowns. Increase your skills in diplomacy and rally support from nearby allies in the expansion. So 307 New Zealand dollars, and I'm excited because this isn't actually from Renegade Game Studios. So Renegade Game Studios brought all the West Kingdom's games over to America, and now the original publisher, I'm assuming, Garpwill Games, is like, hey, we want our figures in that pot, homie. So good for them. One thing I would say is here, I'd love to see a price on here. Like, I get it. It's got the same artwork. You want to show me that, but just hit me with the artwork. Or hit me with the price. Get it out of the way. Because if I'm clicking on this, you know I'm probably going to want it. $221,000. Increase your skills in diplomacy and rally support from nearby allies in the City of Crowns expansion to Paladins of the West Kingdom. And I've never actually played Paladins of the West Kingdom, played Viscounts of the West Kingdom. But I'm assuming increase your skills in diplomacy and rally support from nearby allies is going to get people excited, I would hope, about this. Oh, there's no video! Oh, God! So when I look at these, I always look for three things. How much do I want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? Those are the three things you need to convince me for. And a lot of the times I say, hopefully you'll nail at least one of those in the video. So right now, I think you're banking solely on the fact that people really, really want this expansion. Which is fair, but, I mean, you can't come up with a video? Like, you can't get the designer of the game to be like, hey, this is the expansion, and I'm really excited because, quite honestly, we took this out of the original game because it just felt like it bloated the game a little bit, but now we've got this new mechanism. It's got a super cool thing with diplomacy, and you get more skills. Like, give me anything, and I hope this has some personal touch somewhere along the way. So 15 created, 144 backed. Wow. So that's what I love seeing right here. Only one person on here, which worries... Oh, so you have one collaborator. Good. So yeah, Viscounts of the West Kingdom, Paladins of the West Kingdom. Oh, okay. All right, so they did the original Kickstarter, Architects of the West Kingdom. Excellent. So immediately you've answered the question, can you do it? Yes, you clearly have been doing this for a good deal of time. These are games that I absolutely know. So yes, can you do it? Resounding yes. Do I want it? I mean, yeah, because of your original one, but still, you can sell me on it a little bit. 1 to 4 players, ages 12 plus, 90 to 100 minutes to play. Garphill Games, in association with our international partners, are proud to bring you City of Crowns in the collector's box for Paladins of the West Kingdom. Okay, excuse me, but I feel like you're burying the lead here. Yes, the expansion is great, but you should really tell me there's a deluxe edition of this game out. Like, I feel like that is just such a no-brainer that, because when I say it, when you are on Kickstarter, it's essentially like you're walking through the shopping mall, and I'll go back to the last page, and you're figuring out what to click on. So it's just like, oh, what do I want to click on? I don't know, oh, this Paladins of the West Kingdom. I've heard that's good. Oh, this is the expansion? You know, it's just... I would market that at least somewhere towards the front that, hey, we also have the awesome big edition, the deluxe edition, and you don't say it anywhere. So I feel like that is a little bit of a miss there. I mean, granted, it's right here, but still, you know, I don't know. Kickstarter retail. City of Crowns and the Collector's Box will be coming to retail in various languages. There are no exclusive items in this Kickstarter campaign. If you prefer to wait for the items to become available in retail, we are 100% okay with that. Please just choose whichever option works best for you. We don't really give an F. I mean, that's pretty much what they're saying there. I don't feel like that is the smartest from a marketing perspective, but just from a straight up, like, you know, and I guess I kind of do. Because at the same time, I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's refreshing that you're just straight up about it. Thank you. Cool. But I worry about how this is going to last long term. Okay, so it's 16 days, so it's a little bit on the shorter side. But if you don't have anything exclusive here, there's not going to be daily reveals or stretch goals, why are people coming back? How are you going to get people engaged? So hopefully you do that somewhere down here. City of Crowns, Paladins, a quick overview. Oh, awesome. So if I really want to know, that'd be great. Click here to download the rule booklet. It all actually works. I've clicked on some of those that don't work. And it's like, well, why even have it here? 16 pages, pictures, illustrations. examples, lots of text. I have not played any of. I've not read any of these rule books, but it looks good. Components, great. Show me all the components. Okay, it's not the flashiest, but it looks good. Collector's box, yes. Store all Paladins content in one box. Amazing. The Deluxe's Collector's Box is designed to fit Paladins, City of Crowns, and all additional content such as promos and metal coins. And yes, it fits sleeve cards. Great, glad you answered there. See the photos below. All boards sit together over the wooden components and smaller cards. I would like to see these a little bit closer. Maybe could we make these bigger, potentially? Like, I'm zooming in here, because you're like, hey, I want you to look at these. Well, then why are you making them so small then, huh? That looks good. Oh, and they showed you a sleeved one? That's even better. That's great. Honestly, why not just one big picture? I mean, I know you want to get different angles, but I don't know. The Vassals mini expansion, included inside every box of the collector's box, is that. Oh my gosh! What are you doing? I can't know. This needs to be front page news. Front page freaking news. Oh, if you get the collector's box, you're gonna get an additional mini expansion. Like, I would totally put that on the front. I would absolutely. Cities of Crowns, Paladins of the West Kingdom, somewhere on here. Also, let me know. Oh, and yeah, you can get the deluxe original version of the game, which comes with a mini expansion. Because here's what I'm getting here. How many people are? I don't know. This is a weird one. I just feel like that needs to be marketed. Somebody, let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you think that should be marketed higher? I personally do. I think that is a big selling point. I would have that at the door. Because it comes with a freaking mini expansion. Videos, see the expansion in action. Awesome. Is it a preview? Don't want a preview. Looking for a gameplay. Review. Solo playthrough. Great. So you do have a solo playthrough. Awesome. It's actually from the designer, I think. Excellent. Is that if Shem Phillips is the designer? I think it is. You should totally mention that right there. Because I see a playthrough, and I make playthroughs, and I screw rules up. But if I see a playthrough from a designer, I'm like, okay, that's going to be exactly how to play the stinking game. And that gets me a little bit more. And it says it right here. Okay, it does say it right here, but I think you should market it there because, there's a lot of words here. You got this going on, and it's got the clutter. Two-player. Oh, then you got another playthrough. Excellent. Brothers Murph. Awesome. Tons of videos. Online playthrough for Dice for Games. Okay, we get it. A little redundant now. Okay, good. You stopped right. I think maybe you went a little bit too far. Oh, no. So this airs February 21st. Okay, cool. So this is something that you're hopefully going to get people engaged and coming back to the Kickstarter for. Okay, I do like that. Reward levels and optional add-ons. So, available worldwide. What is this? 38 New Zealand, $28. That's not bad. Not bad. $50. Oh, yeah. That's what people want. Yeah, I really do think, whoa, I want that. Okay, I feel like, honestly, this $50 pledge level right here is, I think there's a lot of people who are going to miss out on this because you're not advertising it. You're not having this at the window. Because now I see the expansion, and it's like, okay, I don't have the original base game. Am I really going to make a big splurge on getting the base game and the original game all at once when I haven't even played it? I'm not even sure, and Viscounts of the West Kingdom wasn't amazing to me. I thought it was really good, and I enjoyed it, but it didn't completely wow me. And I might not even click on it, right? I might go over to Bloodstone. Or that crazy Terraforming Mars, which I'm going to be covering in a couple days. Maybe I go over there. But when I see this, I say, oh, there's a collector's box for people like me. Just for people like me. You're appealing to me, because I don't actually have the original game, but you're going to be giving me the original game, plus I can get the expansion, plus I get this mini expansion, that I'll have over my friends. My friends who have the original game, they don't even have this mini expansion, I have the mini expansion! Like, I know that sounds weird, but I swear, I think that would work. $50 plus shipping. Hopefully you hit me with the shipping right next. Actually, so let's look over here. Make sure it's clean and clear. I'm going to guess you have the mini pledge for the people who have the original game and want to get the new one. Just the expansion, and then your whale. Okay, let's just see it. $1 thank you. This will get you add-ons. Please note that we will not be using a pledge manager. Oh, you will not be able to upgrade your pledge after the campaign ends. Interesting. And I bet you a lot of that 61 people right there are people who are saying, you know what? I appreciate how you're running this Kickstarter, being very transparent and open. I'm just going to speculate there. Because why else? All right, but let's keep going. The Diplomat. So this comes with just the expansion, and it is... Does it show me right here in the thing? To tell me... Oh my gosh, does it show me the shipping in there? Yes, I love when it does it. So about $8 New Zealand shipping. So what, I don't know what that is. It's probably going to be $38. That's not bad. So wait, what was? Oh, this is plus. Wait, this is plus shipping, and this is not plus shipping. Shipping English version. Wait, what? 38 plus shipping, English version of City of Crowns. Okay, so this is the French or Portuguese version of City of Crowns. All right. Okay, I can dig it. Whatevs. English version of City of Crowns plus the collector's box. Because if you're not doing Pledge Manager, I don't know how else you'd do that. I don't know if there's a better, clean way to do it. Maybe in the surveys in the back end. But I'm not even sure. So I'm not even going to speculate on that. So this is the big one. So $51 plus what's the shipping? So $56. $56 out the door? And I get... Is this... English version of City... Yeah, the collector's box. Oh, no, it doesn't have the game, though. Does it come... It comes with the game, right? The original... No, it's just a box. Wait, is this just a box? It's just a box. Okay. It's just a box. I need to go back and rewind. Was that made obvious? Am I being a dum-dum? Or this collector's box is designed to fit Paladins, City of Crowns, and all the... Okay. Okay. The box is the same size. Maybe... Because here's the thing. It's probably not just me. I'm sure there's some other people who might have gotten the impression that this was, in fact, the game. And it was going to come with the expansion. So that's a game changer. So now I'm looking at the price a little bit differently. Let's keep going. That's a weird one. Shipping rates. Keeping it simple since 2014. Good. All shipping rates are automatically added as you select your world level. Thank you. Thank you. I want to see more Kickstarters do this. I see it. It's very common on tech items and all over other Kickstarters because I check all sorts of different Kickstarters. I see it all over the place. But in board games, it's not as common, and it makes everything so simple. As long as you mention, hey, check over there and figure it out yourself. Because it's really easy to figure out. Garpo will handle production and fulfillment of all English versions. Okay. So super simple. No Kickstarter. For this stretch, we have decided not to offer any stretch goals, including all components we upgrade from day one. Great. Whatevs. Creative team. Risk and challenges. Okay. Man, I have very mixed opinion about this Kickstarter. So it really is appealing specifically only to people who have the base game. And I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't. I don't like that decision. And maybe it's something they had to do because of all their relationships with different companies that distribute the game in different parts of the world or something. But if it's not because of that, I feel like they are leaving a lot of money on the table by not having the big whale that people want, which is the expansion, the deluxe box, and the original game. And I actually, you know what? I don't like what you're doing here. I don't like it at all. Because here's the thing. The whale is essentially, oh, you like City of Crowns so much. Guess what? How about you buy everything we have? Just the whole freaking store. It's like, do you want to up your fries from small to medium? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, we also give you a large Coke, 2 extra burgers, and a 6-piece chicken nugget. You cool with that? You know, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass actually on that, homie. And I feel like that's what they're doing here with this king level. It's just, I like what they're doing. They're swinging for the fences. They're saying, hey, you've heard about us. You've heard about us. You know you've heard of West Kingdoms. Something West Kingdoms. We keep using that word over and over again. Why don't you come on over here, partner, drop cool $236 on us. We promise. You're going to like at least one of these 3 games. And if not, you can resell it, right? I don't like that. I don't like that. And it was something that they could have done because I feel like there's a pledge level that is just obviously missing here right there, which is this box, and then, shockingly, this box, the base game. Like, and you don't even have add-ons. Wait, you do have add-ons. Wait, what? You said I couldn't add on. Is that just in pledge? Oh, that's just if you're in the pledge manager. Receive all updates by email. Please note that we will not be using a pledge manager. You will not be able to upgrade your pledge. Okay, so they're not... Okay, never mind. I take it back. Still, I'd make it cleaner. So what do I need to do here? What do I need to do? How much more difficult is it for me to add on? Do I just add on the price? I just add on the price on the front end or the back end, and hopefully that's covered in the FAQ. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to truck on through this, and hopefully they will answer my questions in the FAQ. Right now, I'm definitely not backing this for a 2, though, because that's a big ask. To add on additional copies of the project, first... Oh, excellent. 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 Thank you. I'd love to see a video of this potentially even. Yeah, that'd be great. You clearly have a bunch of people in your corner here. Why don't you reach out to them and say, hey, what's up? You make us a video, we'll scratch your back some way later on in the back end. All we want you to do is explain how to do our reward levels and add-ons. This is exactly what we want you to say. This is the point. You know, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Doesn't have to be super polished. Set up that camera. Get yourself a good backdrop. Get yourself good lighting. And trust me, we will make it worth it to you. Maybe you're getting one of the first copies of a game in the future, something like that. You can make that sort of backyard shenanigans deals. And I made some of the stuff. We're like, hey, we'll help you out in the future if you can do... Now, it sounds like it's bad. You know, it's not. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's bartering. It's like, hey, we'll help you out. We'll make sure you get one of the first copies of game X if maybe you make sure you cover us at Gen Con. I've had people say that to me. Like, hey, if you make it over to us, there's a game in there for sure for you. And it's like, it's just lube in the deal, baby. Nothing wrong with that. But that being said, I don't like this area at first glance. I think it could just be more user-friendly and streamlined. A video in particular would help. And say, hey, you want to know exactly how to pledge? Watch this video. To add additional copies on a select pledge level that best suits what you're wanting, all shipping fees will be added at this point. Then simply add the cost of the extra items to your pledge level. This will need to be done during the campaign, as there will not be a pledge manager. All pledge are NZZ. There are no additional shipping costs for add-ons. You cannot have multiple languages. So this is clean and clear. I do like this, but I still think it would be better potentially. We'll include the 2020 Kickstarter promos inside the box. Oh, wow. Oh, that's an expansion. Oh, wow. This is a big selling point. Why is this buried here in the shipping? No! People go nuts for Kickstarter promos. Nuts! So if you're telling me about Kickstarter promos here, don't bury it down here in this. Like, how many people... Let's be honest. How many people are reading this? What percentage do you think of the people backing this are going to read this? I don't think it's a high number. Groups... Over the past, this tells me they're probably not going to let you do it. Over the past 7 years, we've always looked to improve how we handle large group pledges. We wanted to offer the best prices while keeping everything running smoothly for fulfillment. Therefore, we have set a lower price for all add-on items. Oh, awesome! No! You know what? Ugh, I almost want to go with a 2 because I love this so much. So groups, if you don't know why groups are so important because they really do bring more board games to the rest of the world. So essentially, what'll happen is people don't want to pay the insanely astronomical price of shipping. So what they'll do is they'll lump their money together if they're from the same country or from, you know, not really the same city. This isn't typically something people do in America, I don't think. And that will somewhat eat a small portion of the cost. And I love seeing that, and I love seeing when Kickstarter companies support that, because the more people play board games around the world, just the better the world is. I think we can all agree on that. Just more face-to-face time. But anywho, we will not be taking orders for retailers in this campaign. We recommend going through normal distribution. Shipping rates. Wait, didn't we just talk about shipping? No, this is add-ons. Okay. Shipping rates. Oh, wait. I felt like I already went this. No stretch goals. I did. Redundant. Okay, so let's go up to this. Make sure FAQ updates comments. Let's see what's popping on the FAQ. Will there be a pledge manager? No. If I add extra money for add-ons, how will you know what I am buying? You will have a chance to survey after the campaign. Excellent. These are great FAQs. If I choose a French Portuguese, how will you know which language I want? You will survey. When will add-on items be sent? Can I just pledge for the... No, a minimum of 1 city of crowns was retired. Oh, that stinks. But whatevs. Looks like a good FAQ section. Updates. Hi, everyone. Wow, what a first few hours. Thanks for all joining us on this journey. Sam and I have had so much fun working on City of Crowns. We can't wait to finally get into your hands. What better way to start off the campaign than to flash back to the original Paladins campaign 2 years ago? Remember the triangle? Well, here's how the new expansion elements plugs into it. Ooh. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is what I want. This is all Sam's genius work. Great. Hopefully you end with a question. That's the one thing I will say. You got a lot of people here. You got a lot of people backing this. What is it? Thousands? 3,344. We have 3 comments. That tells me the engagement, you didn't give them room to respond. Always give your audience room to respond. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Wink. I mean, stuff like that. Because that tickles the Kickstarter algorithms. That tickles the YouTube algorithms. And that's what you need to do. Because this looks like a great update. But unfortunately, you got the likes, which is good. But you want the comments. You want the back and forths. This was all Sam G's work. So maybe next time, just add a question in there. You know, and I don't have a question off the top of my head. But 60 people, here's the thing. 66 people take the time to like this. But only 3 comment on it because you didn't give them room to comment. So next update, totally end it with a question. I don't know what the question is. Congrats to both of you. Sam should really be commended on his ideas. Looking forward for more Cicadian. By the way, so one person out of the 3,000 people who have backed this have taken the time to comment on this. And great. That's awesome that Frolian did. But you got to leave yourself open. How are you going to stay relevant during that middle period when things are going to just die? I love the fact that you got a live stream. You're going to have popping updates, but you got to be asking questions, I think. Hello, the collector's box. Can it be purchased in retail with the board game in Spanish? I prefer to wait for the expansion to be published in Spanish, but instead, cool. And I see them. I see you. I see them. To be clear, I can then add on Paladins base game and everything else I'd like. Yep, that's correct. Thanks. I still think it's a missed opportunity not to just have that as a pledge manager, but I understand you tried to keep that right side less clunky, and I don't know. I don't know, because it's such a different one where you're like, all right, we're going to be shipping in different languages, so we actually do really need it like that. What's your beef with Pledge Manager? I guess it just seems like a lot of these things would be cleared up by Pledge Manager, but then again, you know, they eat into the profits too. All right, any chance we'll be able to add the promo cards for the 3 great games for those who are missed? No, this is not possible. If you buy the add-on games in the campaign, they can automatically ship to the factory in a box, but these are not available on separate items. If you check out blah, 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 is there. Okay. Cool. And you have somebody, clearly, I'm going to guess this is someone with a company working in the comments as well, which is something I always recommend. Reach out to the people close to you and say, hey, can you be somewhat of my comment guardians? Is there any chance of getting card sleeves for Paladins? Or do you mean in general or as part of the campaign? So, Super Backer. Awesome. So they got a couple people in here responding. Awesome. Will Archetypes receive the same big box treatment once the second expansion launches? Yes, that is why they said, oh, playmat too. Thanks, Pete. Hey, you know what, Pete? I think you're part of the project, so here's an update for you. Maybe you give us a little sneak peek of what's coming next and say, what would you like to see in a future Viscounts? Ooh, not to say it's going to happen, but maybe. And then all of a sudden, you got those comments percolating, and you got to get them percolating. All right. Scott Roby, bumping my question that wasn't answered. Ooh, that looks bad. I have pledged Chevalier, but want Megza and coins too. That's so weird. Where do I put the extra money as I can't find the place in the pledge screen? Is there something to pick them up or write a description? And yes, you put it in the FAQ, you put it down there, but once again, as my buddy Lance always says, people don't read. People don't want to read. And don't make them read, I guess. To add on additional copies, and this is where the video, because I think there's a good chance that Scott might have looked at that video. Maybe. 2-minute video. By the end of it, you know exactly what you need to back. That'd be great. But this looks good. I see a lot of people responding. I see you active. I see you engaged. That's what I want to see. And a good number of comments in the first day or two. So this is good. But I think you really need to upgrade that update section. I would mark it. I don't even know. Without the Pledge Manager, it just makes... And this is why people love Pledge Manager. Like, you see me trying to, like, do mathematics of what I would do to, like, potentially make the situation better. Or if it is something that could be made better, and the answer is, oh, get a Pledge Manager. So, yeah. But, then again, they've done 15 created. They clearly have a rhyme and reason for why they're doing what they're doing. And I'm sure in the back end, if I asked them, they would explain exactly why, because they have a great track record here. But, in the end, I'm going to give it a 1, just because a 2 is buying a lot of stuff that you might not want or need. That is the king. So how many people did take the king? 12. Yeah, 12. Like, really? Like, just give us what we want. Give me the expansion, the base game. Well, this is the English king. Okay, so you got 116. Okay, so that's way better. But I just feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. But anywho, that has been the City of Crowns, Paladins of West King expansion. I'm going to give it a 1. So I always rank them 0, keep on clicking, 1, check back in the last 48 hours, which in this case would actually not matter at all, because there's well, once you back it, there's no real reason to come back. So I'm still going to give it a 1 because it does look good, and I think they're doing a lot of things, and I think a lot of people find it very refreshing how they're running this Kickstarter. Just for me, not a big fan. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. And also, one last thing, if you're still here, I want to warn you about one particular Kickstarter project, which just launched and is doing very popular. I'm going to be posting a video about it later. It's called the Thinking Egg 2, and I really dug into that, and it looks like it could be a potential scam. So all I'm saying right now is, I'm going to post a video about it tonight, but if you are thinking about checking out the Thinking Egg 2, really look into their past products, because they had 2 products that came out where they said, where people are just like complaining, hey, my sponge broke after 2 weeks, my sponge broke after 2 weeks. There was like, but what they did is they just posted in the comments to try and like block out, like, it's really sketchy. But yeah, so Thinking Egg 2, just note to look at that one very carefully before you back it, if you consider backing it. But anywho, this has been City of Crowns, Paladins, West King. Paladins, one of my all-time favorites. Backing anyway. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, if you want the expansion, it's kind of a no-brainer. Because looking at it purely from just someone who wants the expansion, this is clean, clear, and simple. Oh, cool. I get the box. I get, I get the big box. I get this. And, yeah. But anywho, as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. I just got flustered there. Oh, no, I should do the call-out thing. Oh, and if you haven't, be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers to celebrate my 9-year anniversary. And as always,